I'm just winging it. Here we are. Found this camp spot. I'm not sure where I'm at. Haven't had internet for about 2 days now. Italian leather slippers. So not the best shoes. Okay, that was an accident. Mushroom rolls, van life. I was just smashing down the 15, just heading south. Really nice.
The energy in the ether right now is lit. I'm just a 50-year-old ground crew starseed, cosmic light surfing through a multi-dimensional timeline. And now I'm doing it in a camper van, cruising through different states, even driving straight through a few portals.
I went off road a little bit, which this thing does not do well. That didn't sound good. I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be.
When we're stuck in a closed box at home in an office, surrounded by LED lights, Wi-Fi, EMF, radiation, and all kind of pollutants, our auric field weakens. Even much of today's clothing, laced with hidden chemicals, dulls and drains the aura. And when the auric field is weak, we lose connection to our full spectrum senses, our natural intuition, and even our potential superhuman abilities. The etheric plasmic light body is composed of fine gamma light waves and particles, forming an invisible electromagnetic auric field around us. Our body is a receiver for plasma from the ether, and the more plasma we absorb, the stronger and brighter that auric field becomes. This is why being in nature feels so alive, so vibrant. It's where we recharge, expand, and remember who we truly are.
Look at the deer. After I left that little camp spot in Utah, I was just driving south on the 15, just seeing where the road takes me. I was hoping to make a pit stop or a camp spot at Bryce Canyon. I'm just going where the road takes me, and right now it took me at this spot right here, which is absolutely beautiful. It's another perfect spot. It's hardly anybody around here. I got a chance to walk down to the water, and it was really, really beautiful. I don't know if I want to shoot dinner tonight. I'm going to want to make some mushroom rolls. It's really tricky. My phone and my cameras, the memory's full. I don't have all my gear together. I'm just kind of like winging it. I'm trying to figure out mapping the roads, no internet. I got all these cameras and my laptop and the power situation and the power bank and memory. I don't have all the memory cards, so I'm doing the best I can, but this is what we're doing. You know, it's first episode or second episode. I don't know what this is gonna do. We'll figure it out. But I'm here, and that's what to do. There were so many synchronicities. All these little synchronicities was aligning, and it's just bringing me to like the most absolute perfect spots. I stopped at a couple little mom and pop shops, picked up some groceries. When you're guided, everything is in resonance and alignment. It just brings you to the most perfect spot. It was just like a beautiful sunset. It just went down. So now I am gonna make a little dinner. So, all right. Making mushroom sushi rolls. It's really like a mushroom burrito with a seaweed wraps. I got some really nice organic mushrooms, some shiitakes and some oysters. Chopping this up and then just rinse it off. I was using bottled water because this water is not filtered yet, and we'll talk about water later on when I get my water distiller here to $3.50 for a bottle of water to just rinse off mushrooms. Those of y'all that have followed my Telegram channel, you guys know how much I love mushrooms, all type of mushrooms, regular mushrooms, wild mushrooms, and the magical mushrooms. It's long little slices. This is almost done. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare a salad. Greens. This is really good for you. Some kraut in here for the probiotics, and it really gives it like a whole different flavor. Add a nice little kick to it. I just like oregano because it's such a good herb for your immune systems. This is some chia seeds, and this is just salt from Utah, but it's a really good salt. So now I'll just mix it up. Two wraps. Now we're gonna cook some mushrooms. Up on this. It seems like it's a lot, but it's going to shrink. So what we want to do is keep it very dry because we're going to add a little of the mayo and the miso. So it's going to be like this creamy mushroom roll. That taste. Yeah. Oh man, that's nice. That's real nice. Okay. And this little water is just going to seal. A couple scoops of rice. I'm going to just spread that out. It's not spread out evenly, it's fine. We're going to throw in these cucumbers right here. Now, I'm going to get a couple scoops of mayo. One more. Creamy mushroom rolls. Now we're going to stick on this. We're going to even it all out. Make sure all the mushroom is covered. Alright. Just right over it. Don't overfill it because it's harder to roll. There's a little thing you can roll it with, but we're just going to do this by hand because that's what it is right now. So I'm just tucking it in. It's very similar to rolling a blunt, which I'll show you guys later on to do that too. Kind of just roll it up. I'm gonna dab some of this water. It's like sealing the envelope. This is actually a little bit too fat. I just kind of like squeeze this in so it doesn't pop out. Like I said, it's less of a sushi roll, more of a burrito with sushi wraps. I'm in a van in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where I'm at. I really don't know where I'm at. Somewhere in Bryce Canyon. And that's what I do right now. Let's pour this some salad on this one. That's my dinner tonight. Mushroom rolls, creamy mushroom roll with arugula and cherry tomato salad. All right, there it is there. Trying to head down to the water. Alright, here we go. Slept amazing last night. To my surprise, I thought I had to get an extra memory foam mattresses, some thin ones or some kind of padding for the pop top and for the bed in the back. And surprisingly, I don't have to, because those mattresses are really, really comfortable. I couldn't tell from last night that this is kind of dried up, but it's still a beautiful spot. The sun was right there, and then that's my little van right there. To stumble upon this spot by accident was really perfect. Back in the days, kings would build their castles or forts near a big body of water, a lot of times by the coastline, mostly for defense purposes, so they can see potential foreign invaders coming in a fleet of ships. But it's also for esoteric purposes. The king or the queen would sit and meditate and pray and manifest for their best outcome for their kingdoms and health and wellness for their children and families, because water is consciousness, and natural big body of waters will amplify those manifestations. They knew that. They had the knowledge, the ancient knowledge of what water can do and how water can amplify us, and we are 70% water. So we're in front of a fairly big body of water, and the collective is going through some wild times right now. A lot of turbulence, a lot of chaos, a lot of suffering in the world. So we can sit here and manifest for peace, love, calmness, balance, health and wellness, and just happiness and purpose for everybody. So we can just take a moment, this present moment, to send a prayer out to everybody in the world, especially those that are dealing with like really harsh situations, difficult life situations, and a lot of pain and suffering. So we want to just send prayers out to ease some of that and use this body of water to amplify that. And by the quantum entanglement, it will happen. And it will happen with more and more people doing this. All right. Leaving the spot now. Not sure where I'm headed, but I know I gotta get on the 15 south. Maybe find Bryce Canyon. We'll see. It's been an awesome trip so far, but I already feel like I'm beating up the van a little. Then again, that's what it's built for.
After driving for almost 2 hours, I finally got closer to Bryce. It was such a beautiful drive. Probably the most relaxing one yet. All the other drives felt like I had to be somewhere. But this one, I just wanted to soak in the canyons before making the long trip back to SoCal. The energy out here is so potent. Nature is speaking to those who are listening, and gaining the wisdom to truly see what's unfolding on Earth and within humanity can be a massive pill to swallow. At times, it can shake you to your core. And Red Canyon is a special place. Driving through those mountain portals felt like crossing into another realm, a doorway that opened into something magical that happened there. You'll see in a bit.
This is Red Canyon. I got these crazy looking rock formations. I kind of see it right about now. That guy looked like one of those Easter Island rock faces. This thing's actually really massive. How massive this thing is. can really smell the pine out here. The energy feels amazing. Look at that little cave. That's pretty awesome. Here is this whole little cave hole here. There are some strong energies right here. I told y'all the energy was strong in here. I was a little out of breath, but I let out a single ohm and the whole cave came alive. It vibrated with the sound echoing back after me and the space lit up. I tried a few more ohms for the camera, but none of them carry the same power as the first one. I'll replay it again so you can hear the difference. Camera. Oh yeah. So you guys can see this. That first ohm in the cave was wild. I felt my entire cellular being activated. Like for those few seconds, I wasn't just in the cave. I was the cave. And then came the universal comedy. Me trying to capture it perfectly on camera, but the magic already happened. Nothing else afterwards. That energy set the frequency for my next destination. And I found Bryce Canyon. Bryce Canyon looks like an alien landscape, otherworldly, like it doesn't even belong on Earth. And the story they tell about this place, it doesn't feel like the whole truth. There's a deeper history here, one that hasn't been spoken. It can only be felt. Look at this. These look like ancient ruins of Tartaria. That is massive. Oh, this is crazy. I gotta take my shoes off with this. Okay, I'm grounding right now. I'm like right off the edge right here, so it'd be all bad. But nothing's gonna happen. I'm protected. I'm blessed and highly favored. I was just meditating on that little cliff right there. Not the end, further back where those trees are at.
When you visit these sacred lands, anchor your energy in them. Absorb the ether, download the intel, listen when the wind speaks and the elements too, because right now all the elements are speaking. Everything here is alive and conscious. The messages won't come in English or in any other languages. They come in as energy, as vibration, as cellular knowing. You may receive a download that integrates in days or even months later. The messages may be subtle but powerful. The indigenous people understood this. We're in a paradigm shift and the elements are guiding us through it, but we must be open to receive, recognize it, be aware of it. Floods of messages are coming in, and to catch them we must be still, be calm to absorb this intelligence. It is crucial for what is happening now and for what is yet to come. Just as animals can sense a storm or a natural disaster before it happens, we too are being prepared for the next phase of our journey. The key is to be still, grounded, and present. That's how we absorb it. When self-realization dawns that we are one with nature, we also absorb its power, and there is no greater force than nature itself. The ether holds an inexhaustible source of energy, infinite intelligence flowing through all things, and in that presence, all ideas of limitation and scarcity dissolves. Smallness, powerlessness, gone. We are connected, tapped in, turned on. Fear, trauma, and the lower states of emotion fall away. This is what happens when you remember, when you truly know thyself.
Pit stop at this little town, Mount Carmel in Utah. Had to get some gas, and I was a little bit hungry, so checked out this little family diner called Thunderbird Restaurant. It has a really rich history. It's been around since 1931, and they were famous for their homemade pies. The mom, or the wife that started this back in 1931, she did not have enough wood to make the sign that said homemade pies, so she decided to write homemade pie. Now I'm going to try some homemade pies. 2 pies. This is the belly of the dragon.
I've been blessed to see many of my dreams come true, even cracked a few codes in the Matrix. And now in my Starship van, I'm stepping into a whole new journey, jumping into higher timelines, building the new Earth, sharing intel, and expanding this mission to a wider field. It's all surreal. But with these higher energies, the simulation is less dense, and this trip has shifted me once again with non-stop confirmations. When the mission is remembered, when it's activated, all resources align and abundance flows to the physical soul. The visions and downloads I've received are mind-blowing. They're forcing me to express them visually, pushing me out of my very comfortable zone and into creating this channel. What we as a collective are about to witness will feel unbelievable to many, but we're moving into the most powerful phase of this paradigm shift in this great awakening. This is my last pit stop before a 6-hour drive back to SoCal, and it was perfectly synchronized. Because here I am experiencing everything this great earth realm has to offer in this 50-year-old human vessel walking towards the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't capture much footage afterwards on the drive back. It was mostly night and I was already running on E, so I end it here. And I know the production isn't perfect, especially the audio. This whole trip was shot on a whim and I'm working to make things better in future episodes. Don't go too hard on me. I'm diving into Adobe Premiere right now, learning as I go and figuring it all out. But thank you for cosmic surfing with me on this adventure. Please share, like, and subscribe. Peace and blessings. I'll see y'all again very soon.